So we have some fire updates, and I'll put them on each side. If you can take one and pass it down, please. On there is a phone number to the fire information office. We have public information officers that staff that phone. We also have a website. It's called InsaWeb, and we are managing 4 InsaWeb website pages. And we post information daily throughout the day. So as latest breaking information happens, we put it on InsaWeb. We also have a Facebook that we're providing information, and a Twitter account. That is your best source of information from our team. And the fire information line, if you don't get through, you can actually leave a voicemail and we'll call you back. So based upon that, do you guys have any questions for us?
Just curiosity, do you know what the cause was of the scorpion fire?
The cause is unknown at this time.
Are you asking for general questions?
Yes.
Everything? Yeah. Well, so is there somewhere where you have information that's public that can be shared about the relative priorities and values in terms of your resource allocation? So you mentioned several of them, the summer homes, the timber company, the local communities of Detroit and Adana, et cetera. And I'm just wondering if you guys, I know there was some sort of strategy meeting where you had to prioritize how you were going to respond to those values. I'm curious to see that.
So all the values are posted on InsaWeb. All of that, InsaWeb, and that is on the update that I just provided to you as well.
Okay. And then, is the team that is handling Scorpion Fire, I think I heard you rattle off, they're handling all of the local fires. It's
Yes.
one team, right?
Yep.
So there's no more split, because there was for a little bit, right? Anyways, my question is,
Yeah.
is that team going away in 2 weeks and then a new team comes in? And...
Right, so our team assignments are for 16 days, and then we go home and we will transition with another team.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we could get extended. Now, here's the other part of reality. There's no more teams out there. So, because that's how many fires that we have, and not only fires, but supporting the hurricane effort. So it's, so we may be asked to be extended. So we'll have to play that by ear, but we'll be around for at least a good week, if not a little bit longer.
Yes, ma'am.
2 questions. Is the Facebook site that Willamette Fire?
Facebook?
Yeah,
Yes,
Willamette Fire.
Willamette Fire Facebook.
Okay. And then, is there something that we can do to support you guys?
So the best thing you can do is for the firefighters, make thank you signs. They love thank you signs. Thank you cards, even postcards with stamps on it so that they could write home to their families. It's been a really busy fire season. Our fire team has been out 5 times this year, so it's extremely busy. So anything to show your thanks are just the thank you banners, the thank you signs. That's the best of appreciation for our firefighters.
Where would we send something if we send something? Where would we send something?
To the Hoodoo Ski area, that's where we have one of our incident command posts. You can provide either the postcards or you can leave them here at the district and we can pick them up as well.
What's the status of the controlled burn around the summer, above the summer homes, along where they drew the fire line by the Emerald Forest Loop? What's the status of that?
So with the resources that we currently have and the way the fire is progressing, we have the lines in place to burn that area out and secure our control lines. So that's the area that we want to keep the fire inside. We're going to continue to evaluate the progress of the fire to those control lines of proximity to that. It won't be an automatic that we'll burn those out. We're going to look at what the threat is. What we don't want to do is put a lot more fire out there if we don't have the resources to hold on to it. So we're going to be watching very closely for the fire to progress north before we actually implement the firing of those lines and holding of those lines. Does that answer your question?
It does. And so once that is implemented, will we all be notified, and will it change the evacuation level? Like, will it go to level 2?
It more than likely will change that down. Don, you want to hit that?
Yeah, it's one of the things that we'd like to talk to you about today. You know, talking with our operations section, they're encouraging us to go to level 2 through the county, and your county representatives, your emergency manager is here, Ed Flick, Paul Iverson is here, okay? Brandon, who's some great local knowledge and has helped us a lot. You've got some really great folks here. We have the law enforcement that's been helping us with both the Forest Service and with Marion County, okay? And our determination is that you really are in level 2 at this point, whether you realize it or not. So when we look at, you're familiar with level 1, level 2, and level 3. Ready, set, go. So we would put you in that set position. So level 1, you're aware that there's a fire in the area and it has a potential of impacting you. Level 2 is you're getting all your things together, and if we ask for you to evacuate, level 3, you're ready to go in an expedient manner. Okay? Talking, just so you know, and speaking with our fire behavior analyst, he doesn't think that your area is going to be impacted here in the near future. Okay, and I would say that'd be the next 3 to 4 days. Right? Beyond that, it's really hard to gauge, especially if you get those eastern winds that can flow and impact you. Okay, and so you know we have 13 different fires that we're dealing with all of the multitude of fires that are across the Northwest and in Colorado and everywhere that we talked about. Those resources, we don't have all of the resources that we normally deal with. There's been some tremendous work done on the ground out there. You know, this is Labor Day weekend. You know, we'd all rather be at a barbecue right now at home, but the labor that's taking place out here is phenomenal. Those of us that had that opportunity to go out and see the work that's being done on your behalf to protect your properties, private timber interests, as well as the national forest, are significant. You know, so some really great work has been done. But the determination, and we probably would like to talk with the county about it a little bit to see what you folks think about going to that level 2 or set evacuation notice.
What does that mean in terms of coming and going? Anything different about that?
You could come and go at a level 2. Level 3, once you leave, you're out. Okay? There are some folks that have indicated to us that they would like to stay.
Right.
If we put you in a level 3 and ask for you to evacuate, I would strongly encourage you to evacuate because of our concerns, first and foremost, for life safety. Okay. So, yes, ma'am.
I would just suggest that most of the cabin owners right now are already at level 2.
Yes.
And I think that's pretty, people are like getting things out that they wouldn't want to lose, they're ready to go. That's my thought.
And we realize that in our travels through there. So to do it officially, you know, it might make sense for everyone. Maybe you as a group can have a little discussion on that, or we could ask for a vote right now of you. Wayne?
Thanks. A couple questions. First of all, I've seen a lot of work on the ground. What you did to those bird piles or whatever, the chip piles, just yesterday, they went from 4 feet high to zip. So that's amazing. Is the level 2 based on air quality, or is that based on fire? And then one more question: there's sprinklers ready and set. When do you turn those sprinklers on? Or I mean, at what stage do those become engaged, and what's the effectiveness of sprinkling over just 2 days or over 6 days? I mean, I know it depends on the conditions, but that's enough.
Well, the question was asked the other day, should we go ahead and start all of our sprinklers right now? We indicated no, not to do that. You can saturate your areas in a timely manner. If we were asked, if we went into level 3 and we're asking you to evacuate, that's when we're looking to start the sprinklers, okay? Not prior to that. Some folks were asking, can they go and start the pumps that we've placed out there, and we've asked them not to do that. Okay, we'll take care of that. Some folks out there have their own private pumps out there. We'd be glad to start those up for them at that point. Okay, so does that answer you?
Sort of, yeah. And some of the level 2 is based on air air quality
No,
or
let-
based on fire danger?
It's on fire danger. Uh-huh.
Thanks,
Yes, yes.
So I've been curious, sometimes I've been up there, like when that initial explosion happened, and I was like, how would I know if it got really bad? And so I'm wondering, is there, what the plan is, that they turned to level 3, we don't have any access to internet or anything up there. How, is it someone gonna drive down the road with a siren, or?
Your county representatives have built an incident action plan, okay? We've worked with them in coordination to ensure that that plan is in place and that we have good communication. It would be the responsibility of the sheriff's department then to travel through there. You'd also have firefighters that would be identifying those concerns at that point as well. Because we would be in throughout that area starting up sprinklers. Okay, but Ed, do you want to address any of that, Ed, or?